Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we have an interesting mix of gear. This is a Swedish Trangia stove with a Hungarian mess kit. And I'm going to show you where to get it and how it works. Alright everybody, welcome back. Got something interesting today. This came from Major Surplus and Survival. I think you'll find it interesting. Some of you may know about the Swedish Trangia stove and the Swedish mess kit. I guess the mess kits are kind of getting hard to find. I know they make a stainless steel one that's worth a lot of money. It's expensive if you find one online. But this, what they've done, is partnered everything together with this little Hungarian mess kit, which is pretty close to the original Swedish mess kit that fit in the stove. Now I'm going to explain how all this works. Some of the stuff is original Svea from Sweden stuff. Let me pull this apart quick. Okay, this is your actual stove here. You'll notice the three little crowns, and it says NC78 SV. Yeah, it's got the Svea NC76. I'm sorry, NC76. So this is actual Swedish military surplus. You notice there's stands in there. Those stands will stand up. They're to support the mess kit itself when you're cooking in it. This is the bottle of fuel, and as you can tell, that is original. Again, with the three crowns on it. So that is original Swedish military surplus. Then you got this guy here. Now this is the Hungarian kit. It differs in a few ways from the Swedish kit, but we're not going to really worry about that today. The reason I'm demoing this kit is because I think it's a very cost-effective kit. The whole thing, everything you see here, including the stove inside here, goes for $15 or $14.95. To get all this gear for that price, pretty darn good. Plus, I'm a big fan of military surplus. When you're just starting out, military surplus is cheap and rugged. You can make mistakes with this stuff. You can drop it. You can bang it around. It's not going to break on you. So, let's open it up. There's a little latch on the bottom here that connects and snaps in. And for the record, yes, I have refinished this. I just took some plain old, what is it? I have it down at the bottom here. The camouflage paint in that OD green, and then put a little clear coat on it. This was pretty badly torn up. There wasn't a lot of paint on it. There was a little bit of rust. I was able to get most of it off, and because this is aluminum and this is iron, this was pretty well rusted too. But this is the actual original paint here, and this is the stuff I did. So if you paint it and put a layer of clear coat on it, you're probably pretty good. Anyway, that's the pan. This is the pot, and this is the stove. This is also original Swedish military surplus. SVEA, 3 crowns, and the VC76. So, this stuff is all 1976. I am unsure of the age on the Hungarian mess kit, but pretty sure it's around that time period. Anyway, we're going to show you how this works. I'm going to light it up, and we're going to boil 2 cups of water, see how efficient it is. Now, one thing I will tell you about the stoves. These are built like tanks. These are a little bit bigger than most of the alcohol stoves you're used to working with, mainly because I think they also fit into the big round Svea alcohol cook set that it's got a bunch of holes in the bottom. I forget the name of it. Gosh, someone can leave it in the comments. But anyway, it fits in there, so it's got the little flange on the outside. But the base is bigger too, so it holds more alcohol. So inside here, I got real lucky on this. Normally, these are pretty beat up and pretty dirty. Now, it was dirty. I did clean it. I'll tell you how to do that in a second. But normally, these are cracked somewhere, the lids. Usually, down around here somewhere. This thing was perfectly intact. And the rubber seal inside is perfect as well. So what I did was I took it out. I cleaned everything up because it was kind of dirty inside. And I put a little olive oil, virgin olive oil on the seal. Put it back into place. It just pulls right out. This isn't any kind of hard thing to do. It just pulls right out. As far as cleaning the burner when you get one of these, a little hot water, a little bit of soap, and a toothbrush. Just go around here. You'll find a little oxidation in the hole sometimes. A little toothpick or dental tool. I used a dental tool, and I got in there and cleaned it all out. So it works pretty well. When I first tried to burn it before cleaning it, was a little slow. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fill this up, and we're going to boil 2 cups of water, see how long it takes. Now for our video today, I'm going to be using this stuff here. You can buy it in almost any vehicle store, Walmart, anywhere, any kind of car parts type place, AutoZone, stuff like that. It burns a little bit hotter and a little bit cleaner basically methanol, that's all it is. And I put some in here too, so that's what's in here. So I filled up the stove already. Something interesting about this stove is it has a very large capacity. I filled it up quickly, and it was up to about, up to about midway, and all of a sudden I'm watching it drain down into the, so this thing is pretty full. That's kind of a nice thing too, because you don't have to worry about it running out before it boils water or whatever. Now, like I explained earlier, you're going to push those two stands up on the inside there. They just move back and forth, because that's where you're going to nest your pot on top of. This thing here, you're going to light. Yep, that's lit. I'm going to turn off the light real quick. See how quickly it blooms, because it does bloom a lot quicker now. I don't know if you can see that, but it's already starting to heat up. There is a little bit of residual light in here from the top of the garage. Okay, there we go. There. So, you see how quick that was. And I decided to leave that in real time because I wanted to let you know, when you clean these stoves up, they move pretty quick. So we got lights back on again. You're just going to place this over it. See the big hole in the bottom? It's one of the nice things about this kit is you can light the stove. Yep, that's still on. You can light the stove and then put this over the top. And if you have any problems where you need to refill it, pull it off, refill it, put it back on again. All right, next up, we're going to place this inside here. I'm going to put 2 cups of water. You can see there. Now again, this is an alcohol stove. This is not some kind of rocket jet burner. It's going to take a little bit. Let me move that out of the way. But it shouldn't take too long. All right, back. I had to change batteries. I've got the timer set up here. So we're just going to put this down here. Place it on there. Whoops. Let's start the timer again. Where am I? There I am. And start. All right, so we got a few seconds. Anyway, I'll bring you back once we get some results. I am going to cover it with the lid, and the lid is simple to cover. You just stick it on like that, cover it up, and I'll bring you back once we start having some results. All right, we're about 3 minutes, 30 seconds in. We are starting to get some bubbles. I don't know if you can see that. I'll lift you up. Starting to get some bubbles in there. So I'll bring you back once it's really boiling. All right, we're right on the edge of a rolling boil. It's 6 minutes, 2 seconds. Let's just stop it there. 6 minutes, 4 seconds. Let's see what we got. Yep. Pick you up so you can actually see inside. That's a rolling boil. So in about 6 minutes, you got a decent rolling boil. There's the time on it. And that was from cold water that was just out here, regular tap water. I'm going to pull this off now. I'll show you how to put out the stove when you're done. Put that down. So when you want to put out the stove, you'll just take the cap right here, drop it on top, and it's out. So it's pretty simple, pretty easy to use, definitely quick. Again, it's not a rocket burner. It's not going to boil the stuff in, 2 minutes and under, but it definitely works well. And with the cover on it, definitely was very handy. Made it for a nice quick boil. And the refinishing seems to turn out well. This isn't too hot, but I'm still going to pick it up with this. I want to see how the bottom held up. So yeah, a little bit of camo paint, and a little bit of clear coat, and you got yourself a nice refinished kit. Again, I'm doing this indoors. It's in my garage. There is adequate ventilation in here. I wouldn't suggest using this indoors unless you have ventilation, but say for an emergency kit for a power outage or something like this you could easily use in your kitchen. You can, the price, you could buy 2 of them and use them as burners for making 2 different meals. So they're very economical. They work very, very well. It's a cool piece of old military surplus. I definitely like old military surplus, so that's why I recommend this stuff. You can beat the heck out of it, and it'll still work perfectly. It runs $15, as I said, so definitely economical, definitely good deal. And as you saw, boiled the water fairly quick without any hassle. Worked very well. So I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm liking it. I will give you the link down below where you can pick it up. They run $15. They're on Major, Surplus, and Survival. I'll give you the link down below where you can get it. And they weigh about, what are they, 1.3 pounds. I think I mentioned that before, I'm not sure. So they're not a light piece of gear. This is not like, ultralight backpacking gear. But for a first bug out bag or a car kit or even a get home bag if you plan on cooking when you get home, on your way home, something like that would be definitely kind of cool. Definitely work well for you. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out our Amazon link down below in the description, underneath where this will be. You can shop on there. Pretty much everything I review, except for things like this that I don't get from Amazon, I put in my Amazon store. So if you want to pick up the gear, that's cool. If not, just click the link and shop as you normally would on Amazon. Brings us in some revenue, so we can do cool projects and review lots of cool gear. And we definitely appreciate those of you that are doing it. We really appreciate that. Also, don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link down below. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Thrive lately. We do eat this stuff every day, every week. And we do enjoy it, so it's definitely good food. And it's definitely awesome for you preppers wanting to start out with a little bit of freeze-dried food. You can start a little bit at a time. You can make a budget, whatever. It's really simple to use. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.